Nothing too crazy, and then a whole bunch of cases of good old Weller 12 here for 150s if anybody's looking for it. Each seller small batch for 99. A little high for me. If anybody's looking for it, they've got it. If I had the money for it, I think I would pick that bad boy up because that's a pretty darn cool bottle. But unfortunately, the bank account does not have those funds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just got to stop number one. We're at Shoprite Liquors here in Lincoln Park, New Jersey. Heard some good things about this spot. Heard that they've got a really large selection. So let's go run inside and see if they got anything interesting, and maybe we can pick something up. All right, so we're inside the Shoprite in Lincoln Park, New Jersey. Let's see what they have on their shelves. Starting off, we've got some Jack Daniel's Sinatra, a couple single barrels here. They've got a single barrel proof, 133.5 proof. Moving on over, I got some Jack Daniel's. We got the 10-year here, looking at $200 for the 10-year. That is going to be batch 4. Some Gentleman Jack and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. Got a Willet here, just a regular 4-year, 106.6 proof for 65. Big Boy Willet. Elijah Craig 18-year for 300. Basil Hayden. What is Warpen? Bourbon whiskey finished in a Oktoberfest beer barrel. That sounds pretty good. 93 proof. I have some stuff. This was Milk Street Distillery, so we've got another 80 proof of this. Their last Vestige. And then their Dam Break Rye. Rabbit Hole stuff. Pikesville, you guys know how much I love this rye, $49.99. This is Remus Repeal 6, 100 proof. Really cool stuff there. I haven't seen these on the shelves in a while. And then I haven't seen this, Kentucky Owl 11-year rye. This is $170. It's a good price for that. Tin Cup stuff, Horse Soldier, Blood Oath. We got some Rock Hill Farms here for 3. Weller 12 for 150, full proof, Antique 107, and the Special Reserve. Single barrel each. I don't just see these on the shelves here in Jersey ever. Small batch, straight rye, Bernheim, Widow Jane the Vault. This is the 15-year, 2023 release, 200. Then we got the Lucky 13 for $100. This comes in at 93 proof as well. Booker's 2025-01, 2402, Cream of Kentucky stuff. Little Book. Looking at Blanton's for gold for 300. If only this was for 125, I would buy it at a heartbeat. Even at 150, I would. Eagle Rare, $100. Big Buffalo Trace for 100. Regular for 50. Looking at over here, some High West offerings. Limited engagement, Midwinter's Night Dram. What is this? St. Liberty Josephine's Flathead River Straight Rye. 91 proof. Never seen that bottle before. $60. Bardstown stuff here. Anybody had the Am Root before? I've never had any of their collaborative series. The 110 proof. I don't even know what this is. Indian malt whiskey barrels. Okay. Interesting sounding stuff right there. Starting to see the old fits sitting on shelves here in Jersey a little bit more. 99 is a little high, but hey, it is what it is. Henry McKenna. Bibb and Tucker stuff. Sagamore Double Oak, $60. You guys know that's one of my absolute favorites from Sagamore. Great bottle. Couple run-of-the-mill stuff here, nothing too crazy. Knob Creek 18 for 150. That's a good price there. Knob Creek 10-year rye, 63. I think that might be the cheapest I've seen that bottle. Looking at Maker's Mark Private Select here. This is the Charred Stave Collective Cinnamon Roll at 110.8 proof. And then they also have the Keeper's release here, the 2025 release. This is a good bottle for $90. I'd say snag that one for sure. Bottom shelves here, nothing too fancy. We do have the 1792 12-year for $150, Sweet Wheat for $170, A foolproof pick at 50. Small batch stuff here. Woodford Reserve bottles, 150 for the straight bourbon. And then this is the historic barrel entry. Yeah, so this was what, the low proof bottle, right? Yeah. So it was low proof entry, and it stayed at that low proof. Eric LeGrand stuff. Angel's Envy. All your Whistle Pig offerings that you could ever want. I haven't seen the Valencia in a very long time. 80 bucks. What batch is that? That's batch number 5. Cigar blend. Bartender's Reserve. I haven't seen this bottle really ever either. 95 proof. Bartender's Reserve. This is a straight bourbon whiskey finished with American oak staves. Just a regular bourbon, honestly. Got some Old Forester stuff down below. Elijah Craig Private Barrel. 8-year-old. 122.7 proof. They did have an end cap, so let's go see what that end cap had. Anything fun? Let's find out. End cap did have the foolproof pick, Basil Hayden stuff. Nothing too crazy, and then a whole bunch of cases of good old Weller 12 here for 150. Is that if anybody's looking for it? Each Taylor small batch for 99. A little high for me. If anybody's looking for it, they've got it. Up top, we're looking at Jack Daniels, 12-year, the Old Fitz, the Master's Keep, Beacon, the Voyage, the Triumph. I got the Birthday Bourbon, blended straight from the barrel, and Thomas St. Chandy up there too. Well, as you guys can see, the prices inside that store are a little crazy, and I did not want to get anything off of those shelves. Jack Daniel's 10-year for $200. I said, no, thank you. Some of those other prices, the E.H. Taylor single barrel for $200, Blanton's for $150. These people need to drop these prices, in my personal opinion. So let's go to stop number 2, and I'll see you guys over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just made it to stop number 2. We are at Liquor Outlet Wine Cellars in Boonton, New Jersey. Now that's a fun one to say. I've heard some really good things about this store. That's where my single barrel Jack Daniel's rye is from, but I have never been in this store. My buddy Andrew got that bottle for me. So let's go run inside, see if they have any fun single barrels and things along those lines, and see if we can come out with a score. All right, so we are inside Liquor Outlet. We are first starting off inside the vault. So let's see what they've got on their tables here. This is a temperature-controlled room. Really, really cool spot. Pretty cold in here, but let's see what they've got on their tables here. So, all right, so starting on table number 1, we've got the Old Granddad 16-year coming in at a really reasonable price of $179.99, cheaper than I've seen it. Got the Triumph here at $279. This is the rye whiskey, aged 10 years from Wild Turkey. Next up, we've got the Knob Creek 18, 170 bucks. A couple Whistle Pig options here, the 10-year for $280. Some barrel bottles, Barrel Batch 36. You guys know how much I love that bottle. Got the Kentucky Owl aged 11-year, the Bayou Mardi Gras bottle here for $380. Uncle Nearest stuff, the Redemption. The brand new Remus 9 comes in at 104 proof. It's got some older juice in there. Looking at $80 for that. A lot of people are looking for that bottle, so I'll leave that on the table there. I know a lot of guys like that stuff. Some Peerless stuff. We got the Double Oak Rye coming in at 105 bucks. This is 110.0 proof. Next up, we've got the High Rye Bourbon. This comes in at 111.5 proof. Got some Calumet stuff here, Old Elk, the Angel's Envy, cask strength offering right there for $250. Some Augusta offerings here, the 8-year. This is coming in at 120.4 proof. And then they have a 10-year here. And this bad boy comes in at 120.4 proof. And this was barrel number 109. Sold out of the Whistle Pig Summer Stock, Whistle Pig Piggyback here, and then Shanks for $120. This is the 2025 release here. Some Rabbit Hole stuff, Widow Jane Vault 15-year for $225. Moving over here, we've got some more Angel's Envy. We've got the Last Drop. Now this comes in at a hefty $4,000. If I had the money for it, I think I would pick that bad boy up because that's a pretty darn cool bottle. But unfortunately, the bank account does not have those funds. Moving on over, again, Calumet Farm 100-year anniversary bottle, Boss Hog, some Redemption, some Hill Rock offerings here, Garrison Bros, stuff along those lines, and then some Booker's 2025 bottles there. So let's go out through the store. They've got a bunch of store picks. So let's go through their store picks, and then let's go see what they just have on the run-of-the-mill shelves.
We build relationships with everybody. I mean, like all the guys that come in here, I usually know them by first name. You know, like.
Starting off over here for their store picks, we've got the Nulu single barrel coming in at 119.4 proof. It's a liquor outlet. There you guys go. Nothing special about that one. Barrel private release. Liquor outlet. This is a Kentucky whiskey finish in ruby port barrels. 115.36 proof. Got an old elk bottle here. This is a 7-year-old. 115.4 proof. Field and Sound. This is the Bardstown Collaborative Series, the Ferran blend of straight whiskeys finishing Ferran cognac casks. Comes in at 111.8 proof. Frank August stuff. Bunch of Boone County bottles. Hooten Young Barrel Proof 15-year. 125 proof American whiskey. That comes in at $108. Another Hooten Young. This is a Jack Carr Warrior Proof American whiskey, 16-year, 125 proof. That comes in at $153. And Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend at $170. This is a batch 412, 56.88%. Some Augusta Buckner's, the 13-year down here, 209. Comes in at 135 proof, barrel 25-61, bottle number 28. Some more of the Penelope Cigar, Boone County stuff, the George Remus Babe Ruth Reserve, Knob Creek 9. There you guys go. Have a nice bottle there. Is this the rye that I have? No, it's a different rye. This is the 129.8 proof. Love that bottle. Some Lucky 7. This is a 6-year. Comes in at 120.4 proof. Project X stuff from Penelope. This is the finishing cognac France barrels, 108 proof. Looking at a Blue Note, 118.6. Looking at the Elijah Craig single barrel, this is a 10-year, comes in at 121.2 proof. They got a Bullet single barrel, Old Elk stuff, Nulu again. This is the 6-year, 6-month, 119.4 proof. Maker's Mark pick. Copper and Cast, 7-year here. And then they got another Copper and Cask. This is an 8-year. This one's finishing Calvados barrels. Heaven's Door stuff, Staves and Grain, single barrel, 7-year-old, 114 proof. Angel's Envy, Old Forester. What are we looking at here on this Old Forester? Warehouse G47, 129.5 proof, high proofer right there. Jefferson's, Lucky 7 stuff, Whistle Pig, that barrel. Here you go. They got a Knob Creek Cast String Single Barrel Select Rye. We've got Warehouse K, Floor 1, 115.4 proof on that one. And what do we got here? Just a regular cast strength one. This is comes in 119.6 proof. Looking at, so we've got the Bernheim barrel proof, the Kentucky series, Old Louisville here, 8-year barrel. As you guys can see, you can collect them all and spell it Kentucky on the back. Sagamore 10-year. Great bottle right there. Found that at the other store. Larceny small batch pick. 125. Very cool. Wolves Rye whiskey and hop flavored whiskey made in California. Kings County Rye, 122 proof. This is Lasso Motel 18-year American straight whiskey, 121 proof on that. The Bond and Lillard, make sure you guys get that before it sells out because it's not coming back. And then finally over here, we've got the Woodford Madeira cask finish bottle. Now we are on their main shelves. Let's see what they've got to offer. Starting over here, we've got some Chattanooga stuff, the bottled and bond, Isla cask finish, and the straight bourbon whiskey cask at 111 proof. This one's interesting because it's got yellow corn, malted rye, caramel malted barley, and honey malted barley as well. Chattanooga's got some cool stuff, young stuff, but still really cool. Maker's Mark French oak cask strength. Their store pick here for their Maker's Mark. Michter's stuff. Elijah Craig toasted rye. We've got the C924 barrel proof, 129 proof, 11 years, 0 months. Toasted barrel bourbon. Moving into Woodford Double Oak. Gentleman Jack and stuff along those lines. The Angel's Envy bottles. All your Old Forester needs here. Some Yellowstone offerings. This one's interesting. I haven't seen this one. The rum cask finish, 100 proof, $45.99. Down over here, we've got the Sagamore stuff, as everybody loves. Small batch, bottled and bond, cask strength, Henry McKenna, some benchmark stuff. Moving on over here. Good old Eric LeGrand. Blade and Bow, Hogsworth, the Heaven Hill. This is their fun new art series. Jefferson's Rye. Old Grandad 114. Jim Beam Double Oak. Twice barreled. You don't see that a lot. Up over here, looking at some Garrison Bros, Cream of Kentucky, Alberta Premium, Heaven Hill Granite Glass stuff, Copper and Cask. We got all the batches from 11, 12, 13, and 14. Started at 6 years, then 7 years, then 8 years, and then we're looking at 8 years at 120 proofs. Jack Daniels stuff, Widow Jane, Penelope, the Redwood Empires, the Knob Creeks. Awesome, awesome selections here. The High West, we're looking at the Boo Rye at $104.99, the Bottled and Bond at $70, and the Rendezvous at $65. Finishing off over here, we've got the Pinhook, the 2025 release, $89. We're looking at the 10-year-old at 115.9 proof. George Dickel 15-year, the Bardstown stuff. Looking at a single barrel straight rye from Staves and Grain at 121 proof. Barrel number 57. There you guys have it. Really great selection here. Let's see if there's a bottle I want to pick up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just left Liquor Outlet Wine Cellars up here in Boonton or Wayne, New Jersey. I don't know. I'm not from these parts. It's a little too far north for me, but absolute incredible selection. We are leaving with a bottle. I ended up snagging the Copper and Cask barrel proof single barrel. Comes in at 75% corn, 21 rye, and 4% malted barley. MGP Jews at 8 years old, 120 proof. And finished in Calvados cask. One of my absolute favorite low proof pours is the Blood Oath finished in Calvados brandy barrels. It's an absolute delicious apple pie pour. And this being at barrel proof and for $60, I couldn't say no. So that's my snag for the day. Let me know down in the comments below what bottle you would have picked up out of any of these shelves. Make sure you guys drop that like and smash that subscribe button. Check the link out down below for the Patreon. But until next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.